we are done with the column arrangements. Next, let's see with the beam layout. Like if we draw the beams, only we'll come to know whether the loads are getting transferred properly or not. Then we can make further arrangements, adjustment. If we want any further adjustment, we can make it. As I have told you before, how to choose the initial size of the structural member. So here I have taken column sizes 9 feet by 2 feet, 9 inch by 2 feet and 9 inch by 1.5 feet. So this column size may vary after we get the analysis result. Let's see how it works. Now let's start with the beam layout. So for that you have to just make a layer, different layer as frame, and then just draw the lines over here, column to column lines. Just give offset 9 inch is the beam width, because walls are also 9 inch and we have the column width also 9 inch, so beam width should be 9 inch. So here let's make one beam and let's take one cantilever beam here from this column, and then let's connect together. And here let's make one beam, offset 9 inches, and again here let's make one beam. Again here. First let's connect this one, offset 9 inches. So let me explain you about the concept of main beam and secondary beam once we are done with the beam layout. So it will be quite interesting to know how the loads getting transformed. See, the layout has been formed like this. And here you can see this is a partition wall, but you have to take the beam width as 9 inches. So the offset 4.5 inch offset will be seen inside the room. Let's connect here in the staircase area. I'm just drawing the line and giving offset as 9 inches. So if you are a beginner, you just do it little bit slow so that you will not get confused. Offset 9 inches. Let's connect this one. Offset 9 inches. And here this portion we need to cover. So for that I'm going to take a cantilever. This is not a cantilever. This will become a cantilever. The continuation of the staircase one. And see here, this is the cantilever beam, continuation with the staircase, and here we are having one beam. Let me explain you that clearly once the layout is done, because you will come to know which is cantilever beam, which is main beam, which is secondary beam. Again offset 9 inches, offset 9 inches, offset 9 inches, and See, now the layout has been formed. Only thing is we need to connect here. Let's take one beam, offset 9 inches, and this we need to connect, offset 9 inches, and let's connect this one. And let's take one beam here. And see, this fan looks little bigger. Let's check the size. It is 14 feet 6 inches. So let's add one beam in between here. Now let's add the beams in the lift area. It is done. So inside all the beams have been added. I have crossed this one because in this area there will not be any slab. In staircase area also will not have any slab. And next one is this projection we need to add as a cantilever. So let's just draw the outline. Let's make it as a cantilever slab. In this side also we have a cantilever. Just we'll make the now it is done. Almost the framing layout is done. Let me show you the advantage of block. See here, now just select this architectural plan and just move away from this layout. See, your layout is separate and this architectural plan is separate. If you want, you can just select the common point and then merge together and then see whether the location of beams and columns are proper or not. Now let me explain you here. See, this is the layout, framing layout. That means like beam we have, column we have, and this is the slab. So all the layout has been like framing has been made. So now let me explain you about the primary beam and secondary beam. Primary beam means the beam which is connected to column, which is directly supported with the column. So that is called primary beam. See here, this is one main beam, primary beam, because this beam is connected with column at both ends. See, if you take this one here, consider this beam, there are two columns over here, but which one is main beam, which one is secondary beam? Actually, this beam is the main beam which is connected to column. Okay, so here this is the main beam, and if you see here, this beam again, here one beam is there, right? So this beam, this is the secondary beam, because main beams always connected with column. Secondary beam, for secondary beam, beam is the support. See, for this beam is resting on this beam. See here, it is resting on this beam, this junction you see. So this is the support for this beam, so this will become a secondary beam. Similarly, this side also, this is the main beam, because this whole beam is because this beam is connected with column, and this secondary beam, this is resting on here in this beam. So in this junction also you can see the support for this beam. Support is this one and this one. So this is the secondary beam and this is the primary beam or main beam. And here I'll explain you about the cantilever one. So here, see, this from this column, this beam is cantilever one. So on this cantilever again this beam is resting. Let's again place this one and see. Here there is no need of beam. Let's make this one as a cantilever slab only, because it is around 3 feet 6 inch from this beam, 3.5 feet from this beam. So let's make it as a cantilever slab only. This projection also we don't need. Let's make to this line, adjust to this line. So this much cantilever is there. I hope now you understood about the main beam and secondary beam concept. Next, let's check whether the column locations are fine with the stilt floor plan as well. First, let's move this one, and next what command we can give is layer ISO. So this is the shortcut for that command. So then select only column. See, the other layers will disappear, only columns you will be having. You just copy this one and then keep it aside. Then again give the command layer on. See, all the layers has appeared now. Now just you can select this one, move, and you have to take the base point. I took lift one as the base point because others will change. So I am taking this one as a base point, and then place all the columns here. See, now all the columns are not affecting the driveway or parking, so there is enough space for parking as well here also. So there is no need to change any column locations. So column positions are fine, whatever the column we had provided, that is fine with stilt floor plan as well as ground floor plan. Now let's copy this one and then place it on this layout, because this beam layout also we need to check. This perfectly suits for ground floor plan. That means like ground floor roof it will be okay. Stilt floor roof also will depend on this one only, because whatever the walls and all coming above this stilt floor, so that has to rest on this roof only. So let's combine this one and check whether it is okay or not. So for that let's copy and again take the lift one as a base point and then paste it here. See, this and all fine. Anyway, it is a parking area. Staircase is matching and here matching. And only thing is like, see here, the servant room is extending beyond this beam. So what we have to do is, here we need to make some cantilever projection. If you imagine, the servant room is starting from bottom and above that roof has to be there, no? So make that roof, we have to make a cantilever portion here. So let me take the slab from here only. The line is given here. So till here we need to make a cantilever. If you see from this beam, it is around 2 feet 6 inches cantilever slab. Rest everything is fine because it is a total parking area only. Now let's move this plan and keep it aside. So this is the one thing we need to add. Now this will become your stilt floor roof framing plan, and without this cantilever slab will become the ground floor roof framing plan. Let me show you that. See, the same we can copy. The only difference is we are going to make one cantilever projection in stilt floor in order to adjust with this servant room, and here we don't require this one. Let's name this one now stilt floor roof framing plan, and this one is ground floor roof framing plan. So now two floors framing plans are ready. This is projection extra is there in this one, and this projection is not there in ground floor roof. So this we can make it as a typical one for all the other floors as well. Let me explain you once again this framing plan. See, the column locations are placed and beam locations are placed now. So what happens, this will become a slab, this will become a slab. So the slab load will goes to the beam, and the beam will transfer the load to the column, and column will transfer the load to the foundation. So that is why we took like this. And here I have explained you the concept of primary beam and secondary beam also. And mainly the beams, outer beams has to carry the load of wall, main wall, and inside there will be a partition walls. So for that also we have provided beams to carry that partition wall load. So this is how you have to make the framing plan. Now it is done. Next let's make the column grid layout. So how to make the grids, that I'll explain you, and let's name the beam and slab.